My name is Owen Davey, and in part A of this assessment, I wrote about how motivation is crucial for a teacher to have to perform quality teaching. And over the past couple of weeks, I've been taking notice of these aspects in a classroom. My perspective of the importance of motivation for a teacher has not changed much, since I still believe it is vital for a teacher to have. However, instead of changing, it has been more reinforced due to having a different idea on how motivation plays a role in a classroom. For instance, I was lucky enough to experience a kindergarten lesson in person, which I found very beneficial for my outlook, due to there being a student with extra needs, which I've not experienced before in a teacher's aide role. The aspect which I found most interesting, however, was that how the teacher explained how parts of the lesson has been changed to accommodate for that student's needs. It still managed to cover the content effectively during the lesson. Over the course of watching the lesson, I noticed different elements of the quality teacher framework being present there, such as high engagement with the classwork and providing high social support for students to speak out loud and take risks by answering questions and asking questions. This made a very friendly and inclusive learning environment and made me wonder how the teacher is motivated enough to create an amazing lesson like this. This led me to do my own research on what motivates a teacher to continue working, and I was able to separate it into two different groups: motivation for pre-service teachers to pick the profession, and motivation for current teachers to continue working. For pre-service teachers, the factors which motivated them into picking the profession were split up into four categories: wanting to work with children, wanting to continue their own education, wanting to provide knowledge to others, and wanting to make a service to society. Now, I didn't find these factors all that surprising. However, what did surprise me was the leading factors for motivation with teachers in the current workplace. A study conducted by Mertler did research on what are the leading motivations for current teachers. Now, what I found surprising about his findings was that the top three factors were sense of achievement, interpersonal relationships with students, and recognition. One factor not being there was salary, which I thought was going to be a leading factor for motivation. However, the study had it at 10th place, with only 64.9% of teachers in the study believing that it motivated them to continue to work. This made me question myself on why I want to be a teacher. It made me realize that my reasoning did indeed lie with the rankings on the list. Now, I wanted to see if there were any more examples of motivation from a teacher being used in a classroom, and I came across an experiment which was conducted to measure the significance of teacher motivation and its effect on student performance. What they found in the experiment, that a teacher requires more than just knowing what to teach. It is also important to make positive relationships with the learners and be motivated and enthusiastic when teaching, since it reflects on student performance more than you think. This study aligned with my previous view and experiences over the past couple of weeks, reinforcing my belief that motivation is vital for a teacher to have.